Hi, in this video, let's look at quadratic equation. How do we solve a quadratic equation and how do we use our calculator to help us to check our answer. To solve a quadratic equation, normally we will write the quadratic equation in general form first, which means ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. After this, we will factorize it into two parentheses, and then we will be using zero product properties to help us to check the answer. When two terms multiply together give you 0, for example, a times b equal to 0, we know that one of them must be equal to 0. A is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0, or maybe both of them are also equal to 0. If a is not equal to 0 and b not equal to 0 either, there's no way for us to get 0, right? Okay, I hope that you understand this concept. Now, let's look at part A. X squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, this one, we don't have to arrange this anymore. This is already in general form. So we can start to do factorization. So I hope that you still remember this. You learned in Form 2, right? This two term, the product of these two terms must be equal to x squared. So it will be x times x. The product of these two terms must be equal to negative 6. Normally, I would just forget about the negative sign. Just focus on the 6. So I will be using 2 times 3. So just forget about the sign here. Now, we do cross multiplications. 2x, 3x. The sum of these two terms multiply, this is sum. The sum of these two terms is equal to negative x. Therefore, I know that here I have to put negative, here need to put positive sign. So these two add up together will give us negative x. Okay. Now, if the sign in the front of x here all are positive, then it is actually very easy for us to determine the sign here. If this is positive, we just copy. This is negative, we just copy. Double check our answer. X times x, x squared. Positive 2 times negative 3, negative 6. Okay, correct. X plus 2, x minus 3. Okay, so according to zero product properties, we know that these two terms multiplied together give us 0. One of them must be equal to 0, right? Or maybe both of them are equal to 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 3, x will be equal to negative 2. These are the answers for these questions. So if you want to check your answer using your calculator, you can do it this way. Press menu, then go for equation, this one, polynomial. The degree here is power 2, highest power of this equation is 2, so we choose 2. Okay, you'll notice that you already have a template here, ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, what do we need to do? Just to key in the coefficient. Here, you don't see anything here, it means 1. Key in 1, press equal. Okay, negative 1, negative 1 equal, negative 6 equal, and equal again. One of the answer is equal to 3. Yes, correct. Hit the equal sign again to get another answer. Another answer is negative 2. Okay, so our answer correct. Let's proceed to part B. 2x squared minus 6x is equal to 7x minus 20. Okay, so this is not in general form. What I'm going to do is to rearrange all the terms, write this in general form first, then only we start to do the factorization. 2x squared minus 6x minus 7x, positive, move to other side, it become negative. Negative, if you move it to other side, to the other side, it become positive. Okay, here is equal to 0. 2x squared minus 6x minus 7x will give you minus 13x. So this will be 20. Okay, now we can start to do the factorization. So I'm going to use 2x times x. 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. So 20, it can be many combinations, right? It can be 4, 5, 5, 4, 2, 10, 10, 2, and so on. Okay, so here I'm going to use, let's try 4, 5. Okay, so the number here is not very big, so you actually can do it manually, but when the number become very big, it's harder for you to do the factorization. You can actually use your calculator to help you to do so. Now I'm going to do the cross multiplication first. So here will be 5x, here will be 8x. Okay, so these two add up together must be equal to negative 13x. Therefore, I need to put a negative sign and another negative sign over here. Negative 5x plus negative 8x will give us negative 13x. So negative copy, negative copy. Let's double check our answers. 2x times x will be 2x squared. So negative 5 times negative 4 will be positive 20. Okay, correct. And these two add up together is equal to negative 13x. Okay, our combinations are correct. So what I need to do next, just copy this. 2x minus 5, x minus 4. Okay. Now, I know that 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 5 over 2. And this is x is equal to 4. These are the two answers for this question. Again, if you want to check, you can do it this way. Since already in this mode, so I just press equal until I see this, and I will key in again. So here will be 2, oh sorry, yes, correct, 2, negative 13, 20. 2, negative 13, 20. Okay, one of the answer is 4, and equal again. Another answer is 5 or 2. Yes, our answer are correct. Now, so some students might be thinking, why don't we just key in this one, right? And ask the calculator to solve for us. Yes, you can do so, but okay, let me show you here. Let's say I just directly key in this first. 2, let me go back to this. 2x squared minus 6x is equal to 7x minus 20. Now, ask our calculator to solve for us. See if solve equal. Now you get 2.5, which is equal to this, and you're not able to get 4, right? You are not able to get 4. But if you do it this way, you can get an answer, let's say. And calculator asks us to get the answer. Let's say I choose 1000. You get 4, which is this one. Ask the calculator to solve again. This time I'm going to choose negative 1000. I get another answer, which is 2.5. So not necessarily you need to key in negative 1000 or 1000. Let me show you. I use another number. I use 100. I get this one. Then solve again. This time I key in negative 100. I get another answer, which is 2.5. But I think it's better that we arrange all these terms in quadratic equation first, then we use the function that I showed you just now. Okay, now let's go to part C. Let me copy the question first. Negative 2x squared plus 10x minus 12 is equal to 0. So normally, I would suggest a student to make the coefficient of x squared become positive. And if we have any common factor here, we can actually make the whole equation, divide the whole equation by the common factor, make this number become smaller, then it will be easier for us to do the factorization. So I'm going to divide this whole equation by -2. So every single term here, I'm going to divide them by -2. When we divide the term by a negative number, all the sign here will change. Negative, it become positive. Okay, positive become negative. 10 divided by 2, you get 5. Negative divided by a negative number, it change become positive. 12 divided by 2, you get 6. Now you will notice that the number becomes smaller. It's actually easier for us to do the factorization. X times x gives us x squared. So here I'm going to use 1 times 6. This is 1x, this is 6x. Okay, these two terms add up together must be equal to -5. Therefore, I put a negative sign over here and this is positive. So these two add up together will give us -5x. Positive copy, negative copy. So make sure in front here is positive. If the front here have a negative sign, then it will be harder for us because negative, positive, it get negative, right? So therefore, I will always suggest the student change the coefficient of x squared become positive. So it will be easier for us to do the factorization. X times x, x squared, correct? Positive 1 times -6, negative. Oh, this is not correct, right? You know that this is not correct because positive 1 times -6, you will get -6. But we are looking for positive 6. This means that our combination is not correct. So let me change the combination. Let me change it become 2 times 3. 2 times 3. 2 times 3, you will get 6, right? So here will be 3x, here will be 2x. Okay, these two add up together must be equal to -5x. I'm going to use negative over here, -2x plus -3x is equal to -5x, correct? Okay, negative copy, negative copy. So x times x, x squared, correct? -2 times -3, this time correct. It will give us positive 6. And these two add up together is equal to -5x. Copy this, x minus 2, x minus 3. Okay, now we know that x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3, x is equal to 2. So same thing, if you want to check by using your calculator, you can just go to here. If you don't want to use the arrow key, you see a small a, right? So you can just press the menu, we want a, alpha, hit this button, you will see the a is printed in red color, right? Therefore we need to press alpha first. Okay, so it will directly go into this function. Press 2, degree 2, okay, 1, -5, positive 6. You can key in this one or this one. Both will give you the same answer. Let's try using this one. -2, 10, -12, 3, and 2. Let's say if you key in this one, you get the same answer. 1, -5, positive 6 equal 3 and 2. Okay, now let's proceed to part D. Let me copy the question first. 2x plus 7 is equal to x minus 6 over 3x. So same thing, we are going to arrange all this term in general form first. Write this equation in general form first. Okay, I'm going to bring the 3x over here. This is divide by 3x. Bring it to another side, it become multiply by 3x. Actually, we are doing multiplying 3x for both sides. Actually, we are doing this. 3x but these two will cancel up, right? So normally we do not write this step, we just think this way, divide bring to other side, it become multiply. Okay, so here 3x times 2x plus 7 is equal to x minus 6. Do some expansion over here. 3, 2, you will get 6, x times x, x squared. 3, 7, positive, positive, you get positive. 3, 7, 21, x is equal to x minus 6. 6x squared plus 21x minus x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so 6x squared plus 20x plus 6 is equal to 0. So you can start to do the factorization here, or if you want to make the number become smaller, we can just divide this whole equation by 3. So 6 divided by 3, you'll get 2x squared. Oh, sorry, I need to divide this equation by 2, not 3. Because 20 cannot be divided by 3. Divide this whole equation by 2. So this will be, let me use back blue color. 3x squared plus 10x plus 3 equal to 0. Now we can start to do the factorization. Okay, if you think that doing this you a little bit hard for you, let's say maybe sometimes the number become larger, it's actually harder for you to do the factorization, right? You can use a calculator. Now, degree 2, 3, 10, 3, 3, 10, 3 equal. So negative 1 over 3, negative 3. So we just copy the answer first. Negative 1 over 3, x1, x2 is equal to negative 3. But we cannot directly go to the answer. We need to show the step, right? Whenever you see a fraction, you write the x. If this is x, you write x. If this is y, you just copy the y. So when you see a fraction here, I leave some space in front here. I write x. This is not a fraction, this is just an integer. So I will just write x over here. Why do I want to leave some space here? This is negative, I write positive. I only write 1. Where should I write the 3? Over here. Negative, I write positive, 3. Okay, this is why I leave some space here. Now, 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to negative 3, correct? And x is equal to negative 1 over 3. Okay, both of the answer correct. Let's say some students feel that a little bit hard, maybe they want directly key in this whole thing into our calculator. Just now I show you that you can guess two value, right? Maybe negative 1000 or 1000, you get both answer, right? Or just now I also show you 100 and negative 100. But I noticed that when the x is appear at the denominator part, the calculator actually not able to give you two answer. Let me show you here. If I key in this one, 2, okay, let me go back this, 2x plus 7 equal to x minus 6, 3x. Now I'm going to ask my calculator to help me to solve it. I key in 1000 as I did just now. I get negative 3, and then I key in negative 1000. The calculator still giving me the same answer, negative 3, not able to get this one. But another way to check our answer, you can do it this way. Key in the answer that you got. Here, let's say shift solve, negative 3 equal. Okay, correct. When you see a left minus right is equal to 0, means that our answer is accurate. Now I'm going to check this one. I key in this answer. Negative 1 over 3. Press equal. Negative 0.333. This is actually non-terminating decimal. If you write this in fraction, it will be negative 1 over 3. Okay, and this is equal to 0. Our answer actually correct. So I would suggest you to write this in general form first, then only key in your calculator. Let's say I try this one or this one. Let's say I key in this one. Should be no problem. 3x parenthesis 2x plus 7, 2x plus 7, and then equal to x minus 6. Ask the calculator to solve for us. Let me use 1000 first. I get this answer. This time I'm going to use negative 1000. See whether we can get this answer. Negative 1000. Yes, we are able to get the another answer. But for this type of situation, right, I would suggest you to write in quadratic equation general form first, this one, then only use the other features, this one. Go to equation 2 and degree, also we select 2 because power 2, and then key in the coefficient and we will be able to get both answer. Okay, now let's go to part E. Okay, so this one you need to be more careful. If you do it this way, you are not able to get all the answer. So let's say I divide both sides by 2x. Let me write here. 4x squared equals to 2x. If I divide this whole equation by 2x, right? So here will be 2x. Okay, let me show it this way. Divide this whole equation by 2x. 4x squared divided by 2x. 2x divided by 2x. 4 divided by 2, you get 2. And this x squared divided by x, you will get x. This is equal to 1. And your answer is x equal to 1 over 2. This is one of the answer, but not all the answer. Actually, we still have another answer. Let me show you another way of doing this. So this is not correct. Not complete. Not complete. The x equal to 1 over 2 is actually one of the answer. So what I'm going to do here is I bring the 2x over here. If you want to divide both sides by 2, it's okay, but not 2x. Let me bring this 2x over here first. 4x squared minus 2x is equal to 0. If you want to change the number become smaller, you can divide the whole equation by 2. Divided by 2, it will be 2x squared divided by 2 will be x. Now, this is actually easier for us to do the factorization. What do we need to do? Just bring the x out. 2x minus 1. X is equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. One of the answer is x equal to 0 and another answer is x equal to 1 over 2. Okay, actually we have two answers, not one answer only. If you do it this way, you're only able to get one answer. Let us use our calculator to help us to check the answer. 4, negative 2. So you don't see any C here, you just key in 0. Okay, one of the answers, 1 over 2, hit the equal sign again, and an answer is equal to 0. So we have two answers here. Now let's look at this one. So we have two ways to solve this, two methods to solve this quadratic equation. You don't have to write it in general form. You're still able to solve it. So first method, let me show you here. I don't want square, right? I want to get rid of the square, therefore I need to square root both sides. So x minus 3 is equal to plus minus square root of 4. I hope that you understand this. For example, x squared is equal to 4. What is x? Square root, right? So we need to write positive and negative because positive 2 you square it, you get 4. Negative 2, you square it, you will get 4 as well. Therefore, we have 2 answers. Okay, so this is the reason why I put positive, negative over here. Now, x minus 3 is equal to plus minus 2. So now I'm going to break it become 2 parts. X minus 3 is equal to 2, or x minus 3 is equal to negative 2. So x is equal to 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. X is equal to negative 2 plus 3, which is equal to 1. We have 2 answers over here. If you don't want to do it this way, you can do it another way. First, I'm going to do expansion for this one. So I'm going to use the formula a squared minus 2ab plus b squared to do the expansion for this part. X squared minus these two multiplied together and times 2, 2ab. 6x plus 9 is equal to 4. I'm going to bring the 4 over here. X squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 4 is equal to 0. So x squared minus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then we can start to do the factorization. You can also use the calculator if you want. Okay, x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 5 is equal to 0. X is equal to 5, x is equal to 1. Both of the method give us exactly the same answer. Okay, now let's go to part G. First, I'm going to write this equation into quadratic equation in general form first. Bring the x minus 3 go up here, it become multiply. X minus 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 84. Here must be equal to 0, right? So I'm going to do the expansion for this part. Then bring the 84 over here. X squared. Positive, 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 2x. Negative, positive. If you don't see any sign here, it means positive. Negative, positive, negative. Negative, positive, negative. And move the 84 over here, become negative 84. Okay, so this is x squared plus 2 minus 3 is minus x. So this is negative 90. Okay, now this 90 is quite big, right? So if you want to use your calculator to help you, you can just do it this way. 1, negative 1, negative 90. 1, negative 1, negative 90. Okay, 10 and negative 9. So since these two are integer, so I write the x close to this parenthesis. It's okay. If we get a fraction, we leave some space here. Now, positive, we write negative. Negative, we write positive. So x minus 10 is equal to 0, or x plus 9 is equal to 0. X is equal to negative 9. X is equal to 10. So our answer is correct, same as the answer given by the calculator. Okay, so this type of question is pretty straightforward. What do we need to do just to write the quadratic equation in general form and do the factorizations, then use the zero product properties to help to get the answer. So sometimes exam like to come up with this type of questions which you need to form the equation yourself. Now let's look at this question. Diagram above shows a garden with a circular playground. Okay, let me add one more information here. Use pi equal to 22 over 7. Okay. Diagram above shows a garden with a circular playground at the center. Given the diameter of the playground is 28 meter. Let me label down first. This is 28 meter. And the area of the shaded region, the area is 63x plus 14 square meter. Find the length in meter of the garden. So the length is over here. 3x, right? That means we want to find the value of x first. Then we multiply by 3, we will get the length of this garden. So now, try to think, how do we get the area of the shaded region? We find the area of this rectangle minus the area of this circle, right? How do we get the area of a rectangle? Length times width, which is 3x times 3x minus 10, right? This is the area of the rectangle. But we need to minus the area of the circle so that we can get the area of the shaded region, right? How do we find the area of a circle? Pi r square, right? Pi r square. So diameter is 28, but now we are going to use a radius, which means 28 divided by 2, pi r square. Okay, this will give us the area of the shaded region, which is equal to 63x plus 14. We are actually doing like some translating job. We write this information into a mathematical equation. Then we find the value of x. Let me do some expansion over here. So 3, you will get 9x squared. So this will be negative 30x. Okay, so this one you can just press your calculator. 22 over 7 times 28 over 2, which is 14 squared. So this is 616 is equal to 63x plus 14. So the next step is to write this quadratic equation in general form. 9x squared minus 30x minus 616 minus 63x minus 14. When I move these two terms to other sides, positive will become negative, positive will become negative. Copy the 9x squared. Here we have two like terms here, which we can simplify them. Negative 30, minus 30x minus 63x, we will be getting minus 93x. Negative 616 minus 14. Okay, is equal to negative 630. Now you notice that this whole equation can be divided by 3, right? Let me make the number become smaller. Now I'm going to do the factorization. Since the number is quite big, let me use our calculator to help us to do the factorization. 3, negative 31, negative 210. Okay, 15 and negative 14 over 3. Let me copy first. Now, I see a integer. I write the x over here. This is fraction. I leave some space here. Positive 15, I write negative 15. Negative 14 over 3, I write positive 14. Where should I write the 3? Over here. Okay. X minus 15 is equal to 0, or 3x plus 14 is equal to 0. X is equal to 15, and x is equal to negative 14 over 3. So make sure that your answer are the same with the answer given by your calculator. Now, but this is not our final answer yet, not accepted. Or you can write rejected, not accepted. Why we do not accept this answer? Because here, this is length, right? And width. If we substitute the negative answer here, we will get a negative number. Length cannot be negative. Okay, so we know that the length is equal to 3x, which is equal to 3 times 15. 45 meter. Okay, now let's try one more question over here. A group of students share the 160 ringgit bus fare for a trip. So we don't know how many students are there. So they share a bus fare of 160 ringgit. Due to personal reason, 10 students cancel their trip. Then another 2 students join the trip, causing the fare of each person to increase by 1 ringgit. How many students were there in the beginning? Okay, let the number of students, the number of student, let the number of students in the beginning be x. So now I'm going to find x. Try to think, let's say we have x student. How do we calculate the bus fare that need to pay by each person? We take 160 divided by x, right? If there are 2 persons, 160 divided by 2. If there are 10 persons, 160 divided by 10, right? So now we have x student, 160 ringgit divided by x. Now this is initial. So now due to personal reason, but still 160 ringgit, 10 students cancel their trip. So I have to take minus 10. Now less 10 students. Now, but another 2 students join. So we have to add back 2 students. This is a new number of students going to the trip. So this is the fee that need to be paid by each student. So what's the difference between these two? The question tells you that the fare of each person to increase by 1 ringgit, right? Means that this is more than this 1 ringgit. So I'm going to write this. X minus 10 plus 2 minus this is equal to 1. Now, 160, so this is minus 10 plus 2 will be x minus 8. Now these are two fractions. If I want to combine them together, I need to change the denominator become the same first, right? Times x times x times x minus 8 times x minus 8. So 160 multiplied by x, so x times x minus 8. Here 160 multiplied by x minus 8, x times x minus 8. Now you will notice that now they have the same denominator, so that we can combine these two together. 160x, be careful here, if you see a negative sign you need to be more careful. Let me copy this one first. Over x squared minus 8x is equal to 1. Okay, let me do some expansion over here. Negative, positive, you get negative. Negative, negative, you get positive. Okay, let me double check. 160 times 8. Okay, 1280. And this whole thing I'm going to bring up here. X squared minus 8x. Okay, these two actually cancel up. X squared minus 8x minus 1280 is equal to 0. Since the number is quite big, I'm going to use my calculator to help me to get the answer. 1 negative 8 negative 1280. 1 negative 8 minus 8 x minus 1280. 40 and negative 33. x1 equal to 40, x2 equal to negative 32. So same thing, these two are integer. I can write x close to the parenthesis, okay? Positive, I write negative. Negative, I write positive. Okay, x minus 40. X minus 40 is equal to 0, or x plus 32 is equal to 0. X is equal to 40. X is equal to negative 32. Not accepted because the number of students cannot be negative. Not accepted. So number of students in the beginning is equal to 40 students. Okay, this is our final answer. That's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. If you want to purchase this calculator online, but you worry that you will mispurchase a counterfeit product, you can just go to Shopee and purchase from Casio office store. Before this, I bought my calculator here as well. I already bought 2 calculators from this Casio office store. Both are authentic products. There are 3 colors available now: black, blue, and pink. You can click on the link in the descriptions or just go to Shopee, search for Casio office store. In the search bar, just type Casio office store. Click on it. This is Casio office store. So if you purchase your calculator here, you don't have to worry about the authenticity of the product. Just click on it. You can type the model of the calculator that you want to purchase here, or just go down here, click on scientific calculator. As I told you just now, for this model, there are 3 colors available now: black, blue, and pink. You will notice that there is another model of calculator which look very similar to FX570EX, which is FX991EX. These 2 calculators actually having the same functionality. What is the difference is, for FX991EX, this is two-way power calculator, means that you can use solar energy or battery. There are 3 colors available also for this model: black, blue, and pink. Let me show you some other differences between these 2 calculators. For FX570EX, this is one-way power. You only can use battery. The battery used is AAA battery. If you want to replace the battery, you need to take out 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For FX991EX, this is two-way power calculator. You can use solar energy or battery. If you want to change or replace the battery, you just need to take out 1 screw. The battery used in this calculator is button cell battery, LR44. Okay, that's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.